Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This video is going to be doing my weekly predictions for The Walking Dead. This won't be the last one I do for at least this season until the fall. Well, we'll be doing predictions too, but this will be the last, prediction video I do a week before the episode airs, as we're coming down to it. The Wire, the final episode of The Walking Dead Season 3. It's been great. This one will be doing my predictions for The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 16. Welcome to the Tombs. And by the way, even after The Walking Dead Season 3 ends, I will be doing videos all summer for The Walking Dead Season 4, doing discussion topics on anything they release from, footage, San Diego Comic-Con, any information about casting, writers, all that kind of stuff. And last year, after Season 2, I was able to put out tons of videos with The Walking Dead all summer. Just kind of, give my thoughts on as the season builds and what we can expect to see and all that kind of stuff. So, any of my subscribers who have been with me for a while, I want to thank you for, sticking with me. And just because Season 3 ends doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing videos. I'll still be doing videos every time some new stuff, new news about The Walking Dead hits, as well as reviews for some other shows in the interim to kind of fill in and, wait until Season 4 starts. So, the painful wait of the summer. But anyway, Season 3 has been great. Definitely going to do lots of more videos talking about that as well. Probably do a review of the whole season, what I thought about the entire thing after it finally ends. So, that being said, let's do it. Do predictions for the finale. So, as you guys saw, and I won't mention the events because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen episode 15 yet, This Sorrowful Life. Great episode. Great episode. Going to have some more discussion topic videos coming for that. Talking about, obviously, character spotlight on a certain character. You guys who have seen it know who it is. After the events of that episode, of course, leading into this one, there's not going to be peace at this point. The governor, of course, took what happened as an attack against him and Woodbury from Rick and the group, even though not all of them were there, and obviously is going to be looking to strike back. Not that he really needed that anyway. That was just a little nudge in the right direction that he already pretty much had. The fact that Andrea, seemingly can't live without him, maybe him thinking if he's able to kill all of them, then Andrea won't have any choice. She'll basically have to, stay. I mean, she might hate him forever, but what's she going to do? Leave on her own? Maybe run away on her own and be by herself or whatever? That's a tough call. So he would want to kill all of them to, kind of to get Andrea back on his side. Wants Michonne for revenge against what he did against his daughter. Wanted Merle, of course, for not capturing Michonne and what happened to his daughter and his eye, of course. This eye? That eye? Whatever. And, doesn't like Rick, of course, because Rick is a leader of another group, and the governor, he's got to be the head honcho, so to speak. So that's it. So the attack commences, and we have, as always, 3 clips for next week's episode. We have a promo. We have 2 sneak peeks. Out of the 3, we can kind of predict a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot shown in these clips to give us a good idea of what we're going to see next week. The promo in the description. I'll put all 3 of them in the description. But the first promo, essentially, it's about 30 seconds long. It opens up. We see Andrea for the first time since the episode where she was captured, and she's bloodied up on her wrists and gash on her head. Brutal, man. Brutal how far the governor has come. I mean, he was, like we found out from Merle, that he was always brutal, but it just seems more now that he's gotten even worse as time went on. Biting fingers and, what he's done to Andrea with the gashes everywhere and everything. He's just become vicious, man. Absolutely vicious, to the point where it's like the point of no return. Absolutely no return. So then she says to stop this, and governor says, kill or you die, and punches somebody. Now, we don't know who it is. I'm thinking maybe Milton. I'm thinking maybe it could be Milton or somebody in his group, because I don't know if it would be anybody at the prison. I don't know if by the time the governor gets there, if there's going to be anybody left there. I actually don't think there will be, which will be interesting, because it'll be like, then, if that's the case, then, who's going to kill the governor, if anybody even does, if anybody does, because they might not. Is Tyrese going to stay with the governor? You know, I mean, these are interesting questions, and so it'll be interesting to see how the whole thing wraps up. At this point, I've pretty much made up in my mind. I'm pretty sure the governor's story arc is not going to end this episode and will carry into season 4, which makes sense. Although at the same time, if Rick and the group are just going to run, which it looks like that's what they're going to do, is they're just going to get the hell out of there, then, you know, how are they going to resolve these things? What's going to happen with Andrea? How's she going to get away? Will Milton save her? Will Tyrese save her and run? Or, you know, what's going to happen with the governor? And will he still, you know, in season 4, if Rick and the group just leave and drive off somewhere, you know, will the governor still be relevant and still have episodes? And how are they going to have that whole battle situation take place if they're going to continue that in season 4? I'm sure they can find a way to make it logical and make it all work out, because they probably will. I don't think they would want to have David Morrissey on the payroll and everything if they weren't going to use the governor and Woodbury and all those characters and set and everything as a main plot point. It'd be all or nothing. It'd either be, you know, it's there or it's not at all. So we'll see what happens with that and how it leads into season 4. So then we go on from there. Rick and Michonne. Michonne is like kind of pissed off at Rick, doesn't really trust him. Is kind of like, you know, in the middle, so to speak, of you know, like she's with the group, but again, Rick was going to trade her off. So I'm sure she kind of understands, but at the same time, she's still kind of mad that he even considered it, which I think a lot of us are too, because you'd think in his character that he wouldn't even consider doing something like that. At least I don't think he really would. Okay, so there's that, and then you have Carl and Beth, and they're just loading up the vehicles. They're just loading all their stuff into the cars and leaving the prison. They're ready, and they're gone. Martinez then shoots down one of the towers of the prison, and that's the end of the promo. Then the sneak peek number 1 is basically Carl packing, looking at the pictures, you know, slow one. Not much to say there other than, you know, we can pretty conclusively tell that they are definitely packing or leaving or doing something as it looks. Maybe, I would say probably leaving completely, but there's a possibility they could be, you know, going back to the farm or, you know, staying within the same area, maybe going to another spot they know of, or the other side of the prison. I mean, I don't. I tend to not think so. Probably the farm. Okay, so then the sneak peek number 2, the siege ensues. Now this, or begins. This is a really exciting sneak peek. You've got the bass that's going just boom, 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 like a heartbeat. Really, really exciting. You've got the characters, you know, all the governor's group, like just like 20, 30 people, you know, all with guns, armed to the teeth, just going at her, going in there. No walkers with them this time, but just tons of guys with guns and everything ready to go at it. And just really exciting. Then you have Alan, who comes up and opens up the door to the tombs. And that's it. That's the end of the sneak peek. So, I mean, really excited for next week. Of course, you know, I don't know if it's going to be as good as The Sorrowful Life was. Thought it was great. And especially because Rick's group's running, they're not going to stand and fight. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, what are they going to do with the finale if they're just going to run, the governor's going to come, and then nothing happens? You know, it's hard to say. Maybe they booby-trapped it or something, or I don't know. I mean, really, really exciting. Can't wait to see what happens, but it's a season finale, so you've got to think they got something up their sleeve, and it's going to be really good. Anyway, in terms of predictions, that's about all I have to say. I mean, I could go on a little longer, but, you know, it'll just be interesting overall to see how the whole governor story arc gets resolved, or how they, you know, extend it and lead into season 4 and have Rick's group somewhere in the vicinity, maybe the farm or something, near the governor so that they can have the governor in Woodbury in season 4. Also, what's going to happen with Andrea, Milton, you know, Tyrese and his group. Man, really, really exciting stuff. Lots of questions that should be answered fairly soon. And hopefully we'll get some kind of shootout. Maybe they're allowing the governor's group in and then they're going to jump them or something, or they've got some kind of strategy. Should be really, really exciting. Or maybe they allowed all the walkers inside the tombs or something, or, you know, or other. I guess we'll find out what happens. But either way, really exciting. Loved it, and can't wait, man. Just can't wait. Buzzing to see it. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. We'll see you for the next one. This is Trev, and I'm saying peace.